So I wanted to make this short video. It's going to be very short about this function that I have, um, which is if I can just find it. Yeah, this one. Okay, I wasn't on the right function. The cam function for camera, record screen and audio, read output file, M for mute, and it's an old function I wrote and it works. Sometimes I have issue with like correcting the sound because I don't have like a good visual feedback of like how loud the sound is. That's why I use OBS instead to record most of the time, but it does work. Um, and like for example, if you just mute it, it's perfect. It will do its job perfectly, and it's kind of nice to be able to like record your stuff from the terminal with the terminal interface, and I do like it. But you can see it's an old project of mine. It's inside of my like I used to have like this func.sh file which contained like a bunch of uh, bash script, and I would source that file, not bash script but bash function. So the cam is a function, not a separate script. So I would source the func.sh file and my bash rc, and it would just load all these programs. And for certain things, it makes more sense. For certain things, but for other things, I do prefer having every script in a different file inside of like my bin folder. But yeah, it's no program, and one thing I like is that, not that I like, but that you might want to notice is that I still use the manual way of setting my flags instead of using later on I made this bash script that allows me to, you know, easily take flag arguments instead of having to write like while getups and writing which flags arguments I'm gonna take in and what type of, like, are they gonna take in arguments or are they just gonna be a boolean variable. So yeah, that was the cam program, and the way it worked, I just typed like cam and then the name of the file, and maybe like, yeah, if I want to mute it, I could, like, first of all I just do cam h to see the option. The directory path is quite useful, the m to mute, and the file name, and that's it. And you can like specify a specific screen resolution, I guess. So yeah, I think you would do this just like that. And yeah, that's my program. It's an old program, and I just wanted to, you know, show you how like I changed my philosophy in making these. At first I had this .shell file, and now I moved away to my .bin folder, and yeah, like I have this my bin folder which I use as well as my bin folder. If I go back, cd.mybin, and I have like all my programs right here, and some of them have good documentation, which is something I'm trying to do more of, and others just don't. And some of them have good comments in them to describe what they do, and others don't. So with times you can see like I improved like these the tools that have number in front of them were like tools I could use one after the other for editing videos easily. um, so yeah, and I had like the v glue, v crop, v cut. These were also like to edit video, and yeah, I got like the GG. I forgot what it does. So if I go like nano GG, echo pwd, and yeah, it does something. I'm not sure what, but it creates like, yeah, path, and then it moves you to the end of that path. Again, that's something I did recently better. Yeah, that's gonna be the end of this video. The sneeze was the signal for the end of the video. But yeah, I redid that exact function, the GG function. I redid it recently in another like program or something, and yeah, I made it better. That's the old version, the old way I would have done it, and I've learned a lot since then. And like the color T, that's very useful. It allows you to import like basically to import color that you can use in Bash. So for example, if I source color T, and then I said, for example, echo, you're gonna need the N and E, or maybe just E, like flag to specify that it's gonna take an error message, and then I'm just gonna type like green, for example, test, and then I need to do reset and Z. I think that's how you would do it. Source command not found. Okay, then you can just do, yeah, that's why. Source test. It's not colored for some reason. So yeah, I know why. Yeah, Bash is, yeah, it's uppercase, lowercase sensitive. It's case sensitive. That's what the word I was looking for. It's case sensitive. So that's why it didn't work. But yeah, you are like green, it puts your text green. So that's what the color T does. It's very useful to have. So yeah, this is like my workflow and the progress I made in recent years, using always the terminal. I don't even use like debuggers, which I should. I'm gonna learn like GDB, the GNU debugger utility, um, and I'm gonna use it with Nano. And Nano is still the text editor I use like all the time. It's my favorite one so far. And yeah, that's the end of this video. Like I said earlier, bye bye. See you later. Yeah, was watching a video to learn GDB, watching like Superman video, and recording that one video.